How many professions are there where you put on your skimpiest clothes and special shoes, come out to your favorite music, and then prance around on a stage of some kind? So dancing has led me down a lot of strange roads because I've always really enjoyed finding the little niches where people explore their passions. Because I've met so many people dancing, I've learned about passions and interests that were never on my radar before. So when a regular customer invited me to come see him wrestle in a local event, I decided to go check it out and see if it was the all-punching, all-body-slamming soap opera, no, Lifetime movie that we see on TV. I didn't really expect to like it because I find WWE pretty boring, but let me tell you, local wrestling is a whole nother animal. I wound up liking it enough that I went several times, and it was at one of these times that I realized that wrestling is a lot like stripping. Like a strip club, a wrestling arena is a fantasy world. And while some people may consider wrestlers and strippers to be liars in their respective fields, what they're really trying to do is tell you a story for your enjoyment. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to enjoy it for what it is or hate it because it isn't real enough for you. Like in a strip club, in a live wrestling match, the audience is half the spectacle. There are women hanging out, hoping to be asked out by one of the wrestlers, just like there are men in strip clubs. There are extremely invested people screaming and jumping to their feet, and they probably would be throwing dollars if that was what the culture was. And maybe they should, because it turns out local wrestlers make about as much money as it takes to fill up their gas tanks to drive home. Regular attendees are very loyal to their favorites, but they still enjoy watching the matches they aren't in, just like the best strip club regulars. If you manage to take your eyes off the spectators and actually watch what's going on in the ring, the wrestlers act a lot like strippers too. They take care of their bodies with extreme diligence, and just like strippers, they work hard to offset the things that they can't change. Short stature, or a lean body not obviously covered with muscle, can be as much a problem for them as small breasts or a tummy that won't stay flat for a dancer. One of the main ways they get their followers is based on their looks, just like it is for us. Just like dancers, they often make choices about their bodies that are going to hurt them later on. We tan and wear shoes that hurt our feet, knees, and backs. They submit themselves to head injuries, spinal injuries, and many more superficial injuries. Just because it isn't completely real doesn't mean it doesn't really hurt. And in both jobs, accidents happen. Also like a dancer, most wrestlers choose their name and persona, a formula to follow, when they're on stage or in a ring, and when they're talking to fans. Some wrestlers have wrestling Facebook pages, just as some dancers have work Facebooks, and they exist for the same purpose, to hype up and invite in as many people as possible. Local wrestlers have to behave like micro-celebrities too, managing their fan base and making sure to be seen in the proper light at all times. They have to play nice with fans even if they aren't playing a nice character. Wrestlers also work hard to learn the moves they use in the ring. They learn tricks, certain holds, throws, and rolls. They learn stage presence, how to walk, how to talk, and how to hold their bodies. They pay almost as much attention to their costumes as we do, wearing thin, stretchy material that doesn't cover much and special shoes. Add a pole and you've basically got a strip show. And also add better music. Pretty much every local wrestler in my area comes out to some kind of death metal that's played way too loud on a speaker that can't handle it. As a matter of fact, when I dated a wrestler, one of the first things I noticed about him is that he came out to Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. So those are my totally random thoughts on the parallels between these two businesses. If you have a comment, feel free to leave one. Otherwise, please subscribe to get more videos. Probably less random and out there than this one.